Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be reviewing our week 3 predictions of the Premier League season 2017-2018. Unfortunately we didn't get out the prediction video, but what I did do, I put our predictions out on Instagram, and if you're not a follower on Instagram, then just look for Bluebird Legend to see any
Link
predictions.
Here. Link by here.
That's right, link down by there as you can see. Yeah, for the future, if we don't manage to get a prediction video, then they'll be going on Instagram. Yeah, apologies, we haven't actually done a video for the last week or so. We've been, well, 2 weeks you could say. We've actually been away on holiday too. That's right, New York, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah,
absolutely brilliant, mental place. We were there for around about 7 days, didn't get to do everything that we wanted to do, so in the near future we'll have to go back and complete what we needed to do and to see. As you can see behind us, we've got the Welsh flag pinned up because as soon as we finish this video we're going to be going into Cardiff to watch Wales take on Austria in World Cup qualifier for Russia 2018. Really need to win tonight. If we don't, then we have to win really to stand any chance really, because we're 4 points behind the Republic of Ireland and Serbia, so it's a must-win match tonight. So let's crack on and review our predictions from week 3 of the Premier League season. Okay, so the first match was Bournemouth versus Manchester City, with Man City running out 2-1 victors in the end, thanks to a Raheem Sterling 97th minute goal, I think, and he actually got sent off as well
in the 99th minute.
I know, for celebrating. He must have ripped off his shirt or something, but didn't actually see the game because obviously we were away. But so you had 2-0 to Man City, which means you had a point.
And would have put 1 goal for Bournemouth, so I would have got 3 points.
So I had 3-1 to Manchester City, so that's a point each. So moving on to match number 2 was Crystal Palace versus Swansea. Bit of a shocker this one because both of us had this wrong. What did you have?
Well, I actually had 1-0 to Crystal Palace, obviously, because I'm a Cardiff fan, so...
Well, I actually had this down as a 0-0, but in the end it was 2-0 to Swansea.
Unfortunately. So no points there. So it's 1-1 at the moment.
Okay, 1-1. Okay, moving on to Huddersfield versus Southampton. The final result there was 0-0. Now I actually predicted a 1-1, so I get a point there. Okay, so what did you have there then?
I had actually 2-1 to Huddersfield because I thought Moy and Ince were going to score goals, so yeah, it didn't work out too well for me, so... Mine's, I gotta be honest, I didn't know what I was doing because it was like halfway through a night flight, so that we were doing it. I just couldn't look up anything.
What stats and that, but...
Yeah, and I was exhausted that day as well, so I didn't have a clue.
Okay, right, okay. So Newcastle versus West Ham, how did that pan out?
Well, it was indeed 3-0 to Newcastle. Because West Ham are just all over the place at the moment.
Bottom of the table at the moment.
Bottom.
Yeah, on goal difference.
Sorry, Biscuit Boy Bob, but yeah, I actually thought this was going to be 1-1 because I would have thought Chicharito would have scored, the little P. But obviously 3-0 Newcastle.
Okay, I actually predicted a Newcastle win, 2-1 victory. I didn't think it was going to be as comprehensive as it was, but I'm pleased that I did predict a Newcastle win. Overall, I think, which you still haven't produced yet, so
yes, I know.
Which is the predictions for the overall Premier League season. I've got Newcastle near the bottom. You'll have to watch that video when it does come out.
Yeah.
But I did predict a Newcastle win on this occasion. Okay, next then.
Okay, so the next match was Watford v Brighton. The result was actually 0-0, but obviously I predicted 2-0 to Watford. Obviously because Brighton just. They haven't signed anyone, and obviously transfer window closed on Thursday night, 2 days ago.
Quite a few players.
They did sign quite a few players. It's just they need a striker, and without a striker, you can't survive in the Premier League. So I thought that Watford were going to, because Watford's doing well at the moment, I would have thought that they would have absolutely smashed Brighton, but obviously 0-0.
That's right. I also predicted a 2-0 victory for Watford. However, as you say, it was 0-0. So
Yes.
0 points for both of us on that one. Okay, moving on to the next match was Manchester United versus Leicester. I think this was the evening kick-off. This was, I think this was a banker for most punters out there. And it was 2-0 in the end. I actually went for a 3-0 win. So I only get the 1 point, but I am pleased that I did get that one.
And I got 2-1, so I was pretty close as well, but obviously I only get 1 point, so...
Okay, a point each on that one. Okay, moving on, we get on to Chelsea versus Everton, which was on the Sunday. The result here was 2-0 to Chelsea. And what did you have for that one?
Well, I actually went 2-1 to Everton, but obviously they won 2-0. But mainly, the main reason was because of Chelsea's rocky start to the season. Obviously, they're still sorting out the Costa situation, and because of Everton just making it rain with the signings, I just thought Everton are going to beat Chelsea, but
it wasn't to be. I actually predicted a Chelsea win here, but I thought it was going to be 1-0. It looked from the result a comfortable win for Chelsea. I haven't actually seen that game. But yeah, 1-0, a point for me and 0 for you.
Yes.
Moving on to the next game, which was West Brom versus Stoke. This was a stalemate at 1-1. I actually predicted 0-0, so I get another point there. And it looked to me that it was going to be a draw all day, and that's why I predicted it. And what did you have?
I predicted 1-0 West Brom.
1-0, not doing too good this week.
No, I thought. I was just so tired when I was doing the predictions. Yeah, I thought Stoke couldn't get through the West Brom defence of 9 players, but
I think you said they had 9 centre halves in one of the previous videos, didn't you?
Yes, I did. But I didn't think Stoke could do it because obviously Stoke haven't really signed anyone. They sold loads of their players, so I thought West Brom were going to do really well against them, but obviously 1-1.
Okay, and the next match?
The next match was actually Liverpool versus Arsenal. Now, this was 4-0, believe it or not. Obviously, we both thought that Liverpool were going to absolutely destroy Arsenal, but not by 4-0. Obviously, I predicted 2-0.
And I thought it was actually going to be a little bit closer to that. I didn't really think that Arsenal would roll over and like they did and lose 4-0. But I had a 2-1, so I do get the point. I think the Arsenal fans weren't too happy after the loss against Liverpool. I could see it coming, not in the way that it did, the 4-0 drubbing, but 2-1 for me and 2-0 for you. We both get a point on that one.
So the next match the final match was actually Spurs versus Burnley, which was 1-1. Obviously, Spurs' second game in Wembley in the Premier League. I actually predicted 1-0 with a Dele Alli goal, but obviously it was 1-1, so yeah, no points for me.
No points. I predicted 3-0 to Spurs as well. I would have thought Spurs... we know they're playing at Wembley and the issues that they are having actually grinding out victories at Wembley itself. But Burnley stepped up, played well, and ground out the 1-1 draw. So 0 points each for that.
Yeah.
So in total, scores on the doors for week 3.
I had 3 points,
and I had 7 out of 10. I'm fairly pleased with that. And the overall total is
14-6.
14 to me and 6 to you.
Yes.
So you have to step up a little bit next week then. So looking at those results, anything stand out from those results in week 3?
Oh yes, definitely Liverpool Arsenal. That stands out a lot, and obviously Newcastle West Ham. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. The 4-0 victory for Liverpool. In my fantasy football team, I think I had Salah, and maybe I should try and get another Liverpool striker or forward. Firmino perhaps, or even Mane. This is going back to my fantasy football.
Mane was the most captain player last week, actually.
Was he?
Yeah.
Also, Newcastle picking up that victory, as you said, but Huddersfield having a very good start to the season. I think they are in the top 4 currently. Okay, there's only 3 games being played, but holding their own well. And Southampton, a good team.
Good strong team.
Yeah, and Huddersfield managed to pick up a point there.
But
So
obviously Pellegrino will be gone at the end of the season, no matter what.
we'll see about
No,
that.
we will.
But there we are, guys. That's our roundup of week 3 of the Premier League season and our results. We're off to see Wales now, as I said before. Austria hoping for a victory. By the time you've seen this video, that game would have been played,
Long
so
gone.
hopefully we'll get a victory.
Yeah.
But for now, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you real soon. Bye.
Bye.